Good evening and welcome to TW Teleproductions Game of the Week. We roll into the last quarter of the basketball season, just a couple of more weeks to go, and then it's on to tournament time. Good to have you with us in the den at St. Mary's Central Catholic High School.
Bingo! Yes! Bingo! Yes! Bingo! Bingo! Yeah!
It's St. Mary's Central Catholic and it's Perkins, so we are going to have some fun. And of course, spirit-wise, everybody's always into it. Having a great time at this basketball game. Old and young alike. No two ways about it. They get pumped. They get excited for this one. Perkins coming in at 5-10 on the season and 4-7 in SBC play. And the Panthers come in at 10-6 overall and 7-4 against the SBC. Earlier this year, the two teams met on Campbell Street at Perkins High School, and the Panthers won that game by a score of 59-43. There was a 19-point run in that game by the Panthers. It basically was the huge difference in that contest. Fifth straight win in the series also. Panthers looking to make it sixth straight in this one here tonight. They've also beaten the Pirates in 6 of their last 7 meetings heading into tonight's action. Get a quick look at Scott McVeigh in his second year as head coach of the Pirates. And here's
Thanks for being here. Absolutely. Okay, buddy.
Tom Kowaleski, St. Mary's Central Catholic head coach. And some of the freshman players as well as get set for the varsity contest. Aaron's just out of practice, that's all. Shoot a few more of those, he'd be right on. Panthers 6-1 at home. 6-1 at home coming into this game. Pirates, interestingly enough, 3-4 on the road against the SBC teams. 3-2 on the road this year. They're pretty well away from home. They're campaigning already for Fan of the Week.
Yeah, we're going to win, yeah. That's what we're going to do.
Here's some of the sponsors that bring you our Game of the Week: District Petroleum and your area High-Miler food stores. BGSU, Firelands College, the Smart Start on Rye Beach Road in Huron. Firelands Regional Medical Center, yours for life. Ehovie Career Center, they'll bring you our assist to the game later in our telecast tonight. And Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury, your leader yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You saw the support they give the St. Mary's auction a little bit earlier. Parshower Eye Center 2020, Hayes Avenue. And off we go with the Panthers winning the opening tip. This is Ryan Montgomery forming the starting lineup along with Kyle Kelly, Steve Ferber, Aaron Kowaleski, and Jason McCormick. Kowaleski scoring first. Pirates on the starting floor with, as you see right there, a freshman, number 45, and Dan Doster. He's joined by Chris Schultz, Matt Ryder, Paul Carroll, and Aaron Richardson. Now, watch Paul Carroll closely. Well, maybe you don't have to watch him so closely because you're going to see a lot of him tonight. Paul just has a career game here tonight. As we take another look here for BGSU Firelands College, Pirates gaining possession of the ball back, and Paul just doing a great job of taking this thing strong to the basket right now and tying the game at 2. But Paul would go on and have a career high in this game of 28 points. Carroll doing his work on the offensive boards and getting a foul as well. I don't know if there was a whole lot of contact or not, or even if that foul happened to be on Ferber, but anytime the officials see a swing, swat at a ball like that, and you're inside, normally they always call a personal foul, whether you hit the guy or not. It's just like, oh, he swung at him, we're going to whistle him here. So 5-2, the Pirates jump up on top. And, you know, you wouldn't know from the first couple of minutes of this game. Panthers start out kind of cold for the first few possessions, but then all of a sudden, Kyle Kelly gets things going, and everybody just starts heating up. And St. Mary's will have one of those shooting nights that they've had several times this year. And it's when they get on a roll like that, it's very, very tough to beat this team. This is one of those games that will end up or shooting in the first half anyway, 69% from the floor on 18 out of 26. Then you look at game figures, they end up hitting 62% for the game on 29 of 47. When you're shooting like that, you're playing defense, holding the other team to, as they did in this game anyway, through 3 quarters, 34 points, you're going to win a few ball games. Some good defense as well by Carroll inside. Coach K doing his normal politicking with the officials. And from watching the last replay, it's probably a pretty good point there. Well, Montgomery's going to find Kyle Kelly right here. And Kelly, on this night, would just get in a zone as far as those three-point shots are concerned. And that's the first of 6 3-point baskets on the night for Kelly. And that's just an amazing number to put together in one ball game. And as you can see right there, drains that thing with nothing but net. And of those 6 threes, 3 of them would come right here in the first quarter. When you start out cold, boy, I tell you what, those things can give you a lift in a hurry, tying the game at 5. Meanwhile, the Pirates are just going to kind of keep finding where Paul Carroll is. Even if it's with the missed shot. Carroll there to get the rebound and staying with it. And he has 7 points. St. Mary's has 5 until they find Ferber for the baseball pass in their third tie of the first quarter. The Panthers playing that 1-3-1 zone right here. And look at things that seemed to become kind of apparent as the night went on. And here's Paul Carroll giving the Pirates their final lead of the ballgame at 9-7. Was the inconsistent effort is trying to get that outside shot up as the Pirates try to attack that zone. If you can hit from outside, and it has a tendency to really loosen up a zone or to even get the other team out of that zone. The radio crew, Jim Caldwell, myself, and Ray Roofing from right to left, watching over things in the den. There's Kelly from the other side, whammos from the corner on another 3-ball. And don't venture too far because you're going to see another one of those pretty quickly right here. Off the turnover, Kelly again. Point. And all of a sudden, you've got a 13-9 Panther lead. Kelly receives that pass with nobody near him and has a great chance just to square up. You can box me all you want, son, because that ball's going in the hole. 13-9. As the Panthers get their third 3 in the first quarter from the Panther senior. Now remember, 45, Stan Doster, he's a freshman. And the first game against St. Mary's this year is really when he started getting some varsity time. Now has moved into the starting lineup, and this is why. Pirates were right back to within 1 point. Coach McVay telling me the other day that there's Steve Ferber to get that Panther lead back out to 3. There are a number of freshmen. And Dan Dost is one of them. Kyle Halleck, who's getting a lot of varsity time, is another. Who go into the gym before school in the morning. Balls are out. They'll sit there and they'll shoot 500 shots before school starts in the morning. And when you have that kind of dedication, it's going to show up. And it's gotten to the point where Scott's very comfortable with Kyle and Dan both on that varsity level. They can score. Dan's primary job, of course, is to keep the offense in sync. It's given them the opportunity to move Chris Schultz out to the 2 spot where he can do more things there with his offensive capabilities. The amazing part to me is you see freshmen advance to this level. We've talked about this a lot on the radio this year, especially in the case of Matt Zoll out at Margaretta. Paul Carroll, wow, what an amazing start. 11 points in the first quarter for Carroll. The amazing part is watching freshmen go from, and if you've seen 8th grade basketball games, the difference between an 8th grade game and a varsity game is like night and day. And to see so many freshmen this year that have been able to make that adjustment and handle it is just, it's really amazing. We're in for some great basketball in the next several years with youngsters like that hanging around. You're looking at 31 covering 45 right now. 31 for St. Mary's is Nick Felder. He's a sophomore. There's more youth that we're talking about here. Bodies that you're going to be seeing a lot of in the next couple of years. That's Felder right there in the corner. What a great feed from Kowaleski to Ferber. And this is where St. Mary's can be so damaging because they've got enough weapons where Kowaleski gets the ball. He's a weapon. You've got to double team him. And look what that opens up. And if you've got the people who are able to see that like Kowaleski did right there, man, you just get easy baskets. Ferber extends that Panther lead out to 3 now as time winds down in the first quarter. 3 ties and 2 lead changes in this first period. The Panthers with a lead here that they would not give up for the rest of the ball game. Pirates' biggest lead is when they were at 3 points at 5-2. And the Panthers here in the first quarter had as much as a 4-point lead back at 13-9 after the third of Kelly's threes. So that brings us to the close of period number 1 from the Den, and the Panthers in control at this point, 17-14. Quarter number 2 next in line. GW Teleproductions Game of the Week. Good to have you with us. Let's visit now with one of the folks from Citizens Banking Company.
Hi, I'm Roberta Keller from the Citizens Banking Company. And all of us here at the Citizens Banking Company are proud to bring you the Game of the Week.
The community at Parkview is a beautiful facility that offers independent living apartments for seniors. The community at Parkview is located at 3800 Boardwalk Boulevard, a United Church Homes community.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Chet and Matt's Pizza on East Strub Road in Sandusky. Window Incorporated Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 221 East Water Street. Barnes Nursery Incorporated, you'll find them on Cleveland Road between Sandusky and Huron. Sawmill Creek Resort in Huron, all new banquet facility. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Great place. J.H. Ruth Packing Company, home of Daisy Field, Ohio's finest pork. And, of course, Citizens Banking Company, we just heard from a few moments ago. They offer you 24-hour banking.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by O.E. Meyer Company. O.E. Meyer is your best source for all your propane needs. O.E. Meyer is an employee-owned company that has been serving our community for decades. For hassle-free propane, call O.E. Meyer at 419-621-4201. That's O.E. Meyer Company.
And also brought to you by Mr. Money, where our name is our business. They are located in the Sandusky Plaza. Mr. Money, Cameo Pizza and Family Restaurant on West Monroe Street. And great pizza and a great family atmosphere. All Phase Power and Lighting Incorporated, electrical contractor. You'll find them on Campbell Street. Groff Funeral Homes, and their very familiar location on East Perkins Avenue in Sandusky. Lee's Famous Recipe, fried chicken. And the smell as you go by will draw you into Lee's and that great chicken that they produce. And now we got second quarter action in the Den. The quarter begins with a foul from Kyle Halleck of the Pirates. Now the Panthers continue their opening possession of the second quarter. Kowaleski backing in and scoring and building that Panther lead out to 5 points. See a few empty seats up there in the balcony. Good crowd on hand for this game, but Kyle Halleck scoring for the Pirates right there to get them back to within 3. Sectional wrestling was going on this weekend, so it'll keep the basketball crowds down a little bit. Hard to believe that we're at the point where that state wrestling tournament just a couple of weeks away now. Steve Ferber getting the Panthers back out on top by 5. Nice look to Ferber again. 23-16. The Panther lead now at 7. Paul Carroll, who's just off to a great start in this game. It's 1 out of 2 at the line, and the Panther lead is at 6, 23-17. Ferber, it's no wonder this young man leads the SBC in shooting percentage, hitting around 70% from the floor. He gets open. He knows how to move without the ball, and then when you've got teammates that can find you in those spots like Kelly does right there, and Kowaleski especially does a great job of finding Ferber when he's just sneaking around underneath the basket. Of course, you talk about shooting the ball well. When you're shooting shots like that from underneath the basket, obviously your team percentage is going to be pretty solid. There's the nice look to Mike Luce. And I guess that's the other part of the stats. We don't keep individual assists on the radio, but when you start to get a lot of team assists, that shows that you're playing great unselfish basketball. Parshauer Eye Center is at 2020 Hayes Avenue. They sponsor our Fan of the Week each week. District Petroleum and your area Heimeiler food stores will have tonight's three-pointer of the game. Player of the game will be brought to you by Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury, your leader yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Assist of the game comes your way courtesy of Hobie Career Center in Milan and our slow motion replays for BGSU Firelands College, the Smart Start. Play of the game brought to you by Firelands Regional Medical Center. They are yours for life. Kyle Kelly with the defense. And one of the few threes that he would misfire on tonight. Matlin didn't miss by a lot. Penetration by Andrew Toccacelli, making some good things happen for the Pirates, drawing a couple of free throws and knocking down a couple of free throws. And the Perkins lead at 27-19. And then Aaron Kowaleski takes his turn at knocking down the threes. And of course, a couple of weeks ago, Aaron set the all-time school record for career three-pointers. Toccacelli again with the penetration and knocking down another free throw to get the Pirates back to within 8, 30-22. Kyle Halleck, certainly not bashful as a freshman, to take that ball strong to the hole and let what happens happen. He'll knock down a 1 out of 2 at the line right here. And after he does that, Pirates trail it by 7, 30-23. Steal by Toccacelli. And then Ferber with a loose ball. Question being, does he get an assist on that? With Nick Felter scoring. Down to the 3-minute mark, time remaining in quarter number 2, and a nice feed down low from Doster to Matt Reiter as he penetrates that zone and scores to make it a 7-point ball game again at 32-25 in favor of the Panthers. And there goes Kyle again. Kelly with his 4th 3 of the night. Well, that's what Aaron was setting up when he was waving over that way or not, but he found Kelly there. Kyle feeling comfortable with that 3-point shot tonight. And the Panthers back out to a 10-point lead once again. Those 3-point shots, when teams get hot, they can stick a dagger in you in a hurry. Kowaleski from one end to the other, a little finger roll. And the Panthers now with their biggest lead of the ball game of 12 at 37-25. Kowaleski gives you that neat aspect of the outside shot, and you have to respect that. But when he starts driving through you like that, I mean, respecting the outside shot and extending your defense opens up those seams. And Kowaleski found one that time to take it to the rack and score. Kyle again. That completes an 8-point run for the Panthers, and all of a sudden you're looking at a 15-point ball game here, and that's 5 threes in the first half for Kelly. 40-25 the score with just over a minute left to go in the half is when that basket took place. Paul Carroll again with his 14th point of the ball game. So he would be very consistent on this night with 14 points in the first half and 14 in the second as well. There's a turnover. Now watch this closely. This is only 3 seconds to go in the half. Panthers have to go 3/4 the length of the floor, and that's the shot they get, and Ferber scores it at the buzzer. Inbounds pass, one more pass, Ferber there to lay it in, and the Panthers outscore the Pirates 25-13 in the second quarter to assume a lead at the break of 42-27. TW Teleproductions Game of the Week. We're at halftime, and we're coming right back in just a moment. Stay right where you are. Game of the Week is brought to you by Key Bank in Sandusky, offering 24-hour banking on Columbus Avenue. Cameo Pizza, family restaurant on West Monroe Street in Sandusky. Also check out their location in Huron. Precision Body and Frame, offering complete auto collision and refinishing. Creative Floors, they are Flooring America on Cleveland Road in Sandusky. And we're also sponsored by all of the member agencies that make up the United Way of Erie County. It does so much good for our area throughout the year. Our strength is quality, talking about the folks at Advanced Health.
Community at Parkview is a beautiful facility that offers independent living apartments for seniors. The community at Parkview is located at 3800 Boardwalk Boulevard, a United Church Homes community.
Game of the Week is also brought to you by O.E. Meyer Company in Sandusky. Hassle-free propane at O.E. Meyer. Call 621-4201. Manny's Sports Tavern and Grill, located on the corner of Bogart Road and Route 250. Gilbert's Plumbing. Call 419-625-8877 for Gilbert's. Tom's Cruise Limousine Service Incorporated. Call 419-625-7988. Travel in style. And stay in style at Sawmill Creek Resort in Huron. So many great things going on at Sawmill. Barnes Nursery Incorporated on Cleveland Road, west of Huron. Game of the Week also brought to you by Toft Funeral Home and Crematory. Coach's Sports Corner. Periodical Publishers Service Bureau Incorporated. Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Asher Brothers Quality Auto Parts. Cliff's Carry Out and Grocery. Pierre's Quick Print. Game of the Week brought to you by Berardi's Family Kitchen. Check them out on West Perkins Avenue. Great for lunch, family dining. Foster Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac and their all-new remodeled facility on Hayes Ave. Pandemonium Magazine, a regular feature of every Thursday Sandusky Register. Remax Quality Realty. Gallagher Central Feed and Supply, downtown Sandusky, 301 East Market Street. Gilbert's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Gilbert's indeed is the service. And our second half of action getting underway with the Panthers holding control of the basketball and the game at this point with a 15-point advantage. You see Steve Ferber a little bit gimpy on an ankle that kind of twisted around a little bit. A lot of hobbling. Elected to stay in the game, but needing a little bit of a break there. Jason McCormick with some good solid work down next to the basket. And the Panthers now have their biggest lead to this point of the game of 17 points as you look at the second time around for BGSU Firelands College. Jason McCormick to the line to try for one more. Schultz. And on the rebound, Nick Felder and Matt Reiter together with dual possession. Carroll continues his solid work as Pirates close back to within 15 again. Both these teams know where they're headed in sectional tournament play. St. Mary's Central Catholic ended up the number 2 seed at Port Clinton. And the Panthers draw the opening round bye. They get to play on Friday, March 5th against the winner of a game between Fremont St. Joe and South Central, and most likely that'll be St. Joe as we watch Reiter and Felder get tangled up again. Everybody okay? See Ferber getting that ankle taped up after kind of tweaking a little bit. South Central's only won one game this year so far. You know the way they talk about these tournaments, everybody has to play every game. That's why they're played. They want to take the chance of getting bumped off by a team with that low of a victory count. So St. Joe has to open up against South Central, and the winner of that game and would take on the Panthers on Friday the 5th. As far as Perkins is concerned, we talked to Coach McVeigh about it. He and his players disappointed the fact that Clyde and the Pirates had such similar records this year. And Clyde got a seed above the Pirates. despite the fact that the Pirates had beaten them twice. And with similar record, you almost think that maybe head-to-head would have been the tiebreaker, but Clyde gets to go up against Oak Harbor to start with. And Perkins with seemingly a much tougher opponent to start with. That's Norwalk. Perkins has improved vastly since the first game of the season when they played against the Truckers and lost. But that could be an interesting contest in the opening round of the Division II action at Sandusky High School. The way you look at it, the tournament's open on Tuesday, March 2nd. And boy, it is always a fun time of year. Mike Luce knocking down that baseline jump shot, which has the Panthers back up on top by 15 at 46-31. Mike Luce has been a really solid player off the bench for the Panthers this year. He can hit these shots here. He can bang for you inside. He's a senior, one of the many seniors the Panthers have who have played some very key roles in this ball club this year. At the same time, Coach K working in a couple of the youngsters to try and get them some quality time, because next year, with a lot of seniors graduating, it'll be a pretty green bunch of varsity players that come in. Albeit capable players, but still lacking the experience of what varsity action is all about. So you see them rotating in once in a while, like Nick Felter right there. Sean Heath, Danny Common, Augie Meinzer. Augie not here in the den tonight because he was sick. Look at what Ryan Montgomery can do for you as far as his speed and quickness is concerned. Coming up with that steal. Watch the quick hands right here, knocking that thing away, and hits a foot race from there. And I tell you what, as far as speed and quickness, Schultz and Montgomery, both pretty quick. But when you give Ryan a head start, he's awful hard to catch. And Montgomery builds the Panther lead up now to 17 at 48-31. To this point, their biggest lead in the game. Ferber with that ankle all retaped, and back into the ball game once again, doing his thing underneath with the offensive rebounds. A couple of free throws here would give the Panthers a spread of 19 at 50-31. That's just one of those numbers where when you look at a 19-point deficit in your Perkins, I mean, they just aren't at the point yet where they, can consistently count on scoring upwards of 19, 20 points a quarter. So when you look at that deficit there of 19, it's like, man, we better cut this thing down by the end of the quarter. But it's just not one of those things that would happen to the Pirates in this one. Be a busy part of the schedule here for the Pirates. This game on a Friday night as we watch Andrew Toccacelli take it to the hole. As we speak, if you're watching this on Tuesday, the Pirates playing at Eastwood. The 2 games over the weekend as well coming up on Friday night when the Pirates will be in gear, and also Saturday night. A pair of games this weekend. There is 3-point bomb number 6 of the night for Kyle Kelly. And that lead now at 20, 53-33. We'll watch Kelly again. Well, he gets squared up. He's as good a shooter as you'll find. he definitely had the radar turned on Friday night in the Den. There's this man again, Paul Carroll. Kyle Halleck not bashful about slapping that shot up from the outside. And once again, Paul Carroll at the line would miss a couple of opportunities there. One of the few shots you throw up during the night that didn't go in. Pull-up jump shot by Aaron Kovaleski. Panthers build their biggest lead of the ball game right now at 21 points. Wasn't so much they went crazy with the offense in the third quarter, but they did outscore Perkins by 6, which extends that lead out to 21 points at 55-34. But it was the defense that was a big key in the third quarter. They held Perkins to only 7 points. That's an outstanding job. 3 quarters in the books. TW Teleproductions Game of the Week coming right back at you in just a moment.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by O.E. Meyer Company. O.E. Meyer is your best source for all your propane needs. O.E. Meyer is an employee-owned company that has been serving our community for decades. For hassle-free propane, call O.E. Meyer at 419-621-4201. That's O.E. Meyer Company.
Game of the Week is brought to you by J.H. Ruth Packing Company. Quality people making quality pork products. Snow Trails in Mansfield. Brady Signs of Sandusky. National City Bank. 3 Sandusky locations. They're a member FDIC. United Way of Erie County bringing you our Game of the Week and all of their member agencies. Advanced Health Physical Therapy, where our strength is quality. Set off now to Citizens Banking Company.
Hi, I'm Denise from Citizens Banking Company. We'd like to wish all our area teams good luck from your friends here at Citizens Banking Company.
And right now it's time for our Fan of the Week, which is presented each week by Parshauer Eye Center. That'll be coming up momentarily. District Petroleum and your area High Miler food stores, another one of our sponsors, along with Matthews Ford, Lincoln Mercury, and Ehobe Career Center in Milan. BGSU Firelands College offering the Smart Start on Rye Beach Road in Huron. Firelands Regional Medical Center, they are yours for life. Parshauer Eye Center, 2020 Hayes Avenue, brings you our Fan of the Week each and every week. Yeah, you can pick one out, or you can pick all 3 of them out. You can see Billy Whoopser campaigning in the background. Fan of the Week? Yeah, there's your Fan of the Week. Parshauer Eye Center, 2020 Hayes Avenue in Sandusky. Love the get the face we're getting. They're at 2020 Hayes Ave. You'll see a new Fan of the Week after the third quarter of our telecast each and every week. Parshauers have been doing that now for about the last 86,000 years, and it's become quite the thing. Perkins with a basketball at the start of the fourth quarter, but the first scoring is going to be done by a sophomore of the Panthers, and Sean Heath. With a couple of free throws in the books, the Panthers go up by 23 points at 57-34. Good thing that young'un takes after the females in her family. Silly boy. Chris Schultz knocks that 3 down. As we'll take another look for BGSU Firelands College. Again, Schultz, another one of those dead eyes when he gets squared up and gets that opening. He can knock those things down. 57-37 the score. Panthers getting a little rambunctious with the basketball. The Pirates will try and cash in. Same result. Aaron Kowaleski with 1 out of 2 at the line. Panther lead is 58-37 at this point. Steve Ferber drawing the foul down low. And even despite getting fouled, and you could tell that Paul Carroll was trying to keep Ferber from scoring with that foul, Ferber still managed to contort himself up there as Kowaleski takes another nice look at Ferber sneaking in down low. Carroll making some pretty solid contact, but Ferber still managing on a double clutch to fire that thing in. And build the Panther lead to, again, its largest margin, and this would be the final time they'd have that 23-point margin on the night, the biggest lead at 60-37. Pirates actually would go on and outscore the Panthers here in this fourth quarter, 19-18. But they needed a lot more than that. Kyle Kelly with the assist. Kowaleski with the basket. Paul Carroll now just going nuts. He's at 24 points and still counting in this game, as the Panther lead sits at 62-43. The sophomore, Nick Felter, scoring for the Panthers. They lead at 21 points, 64-43. Game of the week brought to you by Mr. Money. Call 1-877-MR. Money with loans for all your needs. Cameo Pizza and Family Restaurant, Sandusky and Huron. All Phase Power and Lighting Incorporated. They are on Campbell Street in Sandusky between the tracks and Perkins Avenue. Holder Furnace and Sheet Metal. They are your local Bryant dealer. Casper Buick Pontiac GMC truck. Cleveland Road at 2401 Cleveland Road, Sandusky. Doctors Barry, Felter, Wong, Alexa, and Morrow, they make up Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology. Foster Chevrolet, Oldsmobile Cadillac, the obvious choice, 2504 Hayes Avenue. Manny's Sports Tavern and Grill on the corner of Bogart Road and Route 250. And we're also sponsored by Chicago Hair. Marconi's Restaurant, Cleveland Road in Huron, just east of the Huron River Bridge. And boy, you look at the calendar now, it's the middle of February, so get down, enjoy some wintertime fun at Snow Trails in Mansfield. Chet and Matt's Pizza on Strub Road. Call 626-6000. North Coast Sports Center, busy this weekend on WLEC Friday night. It's going to be St. Mary's Central Catholic at Huron. And Saturday night, it is Norwalk and Sandusky. And here on the Game of the Week next week, the Greater Buckeye Conference game, Sandusky High and Lima Senior. Lima, the top dog in the Greater Buckeye this year. You get a look at them next week along with the Sandusky Blue Streaks right here on TW Teleproductions Game of the Week on channels 27 and 81 on the Buckeye Cable System. Game of the Week is brought to you by J.A. Truth Packing Company, home of Daisy Field, which of course is Ohio's finest pork. There can be none better. Creative Floors on Cleveland Road in Sandusky. They are indeed Flooring America. Gunlock Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 419-626-4525. BusyNet Wireless, your authorized Nextel sales and service center in Sandusky. Looks at lots of players tonight. Both squads kind of getting in on the act. A nice round of applause from the Panther fans as Jay McCormick comes out and some of the other players that were keys in putting this whole win together for the night. Paul Carroll unable to get one to fall right there. Get a little bit of showtime in now as Montgomery tried to hit Felder on the alley-oop. Ball off the mark a bit. Pirates will just score the conventional way right here with Paul Carroll. .66-47. It would get 66-49 on the basket by Andrew Toccancelli. Jump ball called by the officials, which the alternate possession arrow would point to St. Mary's and give Devin Phillips a chance to knock down that baseline jumper with a minute 30 left to go in the fourth quarter and a 19-point Panther lead at 68-49. Take another look once again at Phillips getting squared up off that baseline. Remember the first game of the year? Devin probably got in one of his hottest streaks we've seen him in. He scored double digits in the first ball game of the year. It was just about that same shot that he kept shooting off that baseline, and he couldn't miss. Take another look at the baseline shot by Sean Heath, the baseline drive, 71-49 after the free throw gets added on. And we're in our final minute of play. The Panthers on their way to victory number 11 on the season. They would improve to 8-4 in the SBC, which obviously means just 2 more games left to go in conference play. The freshman Kyle Halleck sticking with his own miss, getting the offensive putback in a 71-51 contest. And we're just going to kind of trade baskets down here on the stretch with Sean Heath scoring for the Panthers. And a finishing touch and a fitting finishing touch for the Pirates. Paul Carroll, a young man who played so well. Persistence pays off right there at the buzzer as that one counts. And he ends the night with 28 points. Pirates actually outscoring the Panthers 19-18 in that last quarter for a final of 73-53. And now it's time for our three-pointer of the night, brought to you by District Petroleum and your area High Miler food stores. And there's the man, Kyle Kelly. Hit 6 of them on the night for a total of 18 points in the game. And Kyle Kelly, that's the High Miler three-pointer of the night, which is brought to you, as always, by District Petroleum and your area High Miler food stores. Assist to the game is up next, being brought to you by Ehobe Career Center in Milan. We'll take a look right here at Aaron Kowaleski, who's got basically 2 people on him, 3 around him, and that leaves Steve Ferber wide open. And that's some of the unselfish play that St. Mary's has done so well this year. And you shoot well and you're assisting well, man, you're doing things right. Ehobe Career Center in Milan bringing you our assist to the game. That one for Aaron Kowaleski. And up next is our play of the game for Fireland's Regional Medical Center in Sandusky. That was the defensive knockaway, steal, and then to the hole goes Paul Carroll for the Pirates for 2 of his 28 points on the night. A career high for Paul, and that's your play of the game. For Fireland's Regional Medical Center, they are yours for life. Player of the game up next for Matthews Ford, Lincoln Mercury on Hayes Avenue in Sandusky. And the player of the game tonight is going to be right there with those 6 three-point baskets, Kyle Kelly, and it was even more so was the timing of them in the first half. Panthers off to a slow start. Kelly to the rescue with 3 of them in the first quarter, and then the Panthers were off and rolling from there. That's your player of the game for Matthews Ford, Lincoln Mercury, your leader yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Again, next week, we are going to be in the big house at Sandusky High School. We'll have the Sandusky Blue Streaks, Lima Senior Spartans, all for you from the big house of Greater Buckeye Conference play. 2 more weeks to go in the regular season, then it's off to tournament time. So a lot of key games coming up down the stretch, including that big Margaretta-Port Clinton game, which is the season finale. That'll be at the Bear Lair in Castalia. That's it for this week. We're coming back to join you again next week from the big house. Hope to have you along with us once again. The Blue Streaks host Lima Senior on yet another GW Teleproductions Game of the Week.
propane needs. O.E. Meyer is an employee-owned company that has been serving our community for decades. For hassle-free propane, call O.E. Meyer at 419-621-42.
Got the leading for three, and he nailed it. Wow.
Good patience that time by Eastwood, and then they nailed the three from the outside.